I mean, don't forget, I'm just using what I've got. And I think what I'm going to do is this one. Again, I'm just going to use my felt tip pen to mark it out. That'll do. There. There we go. So that's the glove done. I put my scissors here. I'm not bothered about it bending there, it'll straighten out. There's no point in doing them too big. Oh, my light went a bit dim then. That'll do. Right, I can salvage that bit to do flowers. The rest of it will go in the bin. Again, we're just going to turn these around like that. I'm going to leave the top open and just sew around the edges. Right, so I've got all the way around. I'm just finishing this off. Just putting the last stitch in. And again, we're just going to fill this. Now, of course, I want to fill it in the thumb section first. Make sure that's filled out. And then we're going to take some of this, put it into the palm in the finger section. Like that. There we go. Just put that there. So now we're just going to move all of this about, and there we've got our little hand. I'm going to have it that way, I think. Yeah. So I do need that one again. Where's the glove? There we go. So what I'm going to do is just use the pen again, and I'm going to leave a little bit extra over there. So I'm going to go right from here, and there, like that. And then we're just going to cut that across. Take the hand. Hopefully my glue gun's ready. Yeah. And then that's going to fit across there. Yeah, that'll do. Do you know what? And I think I'm just going to straighten that up a bit. A little bit wonkified. So I now need 2 of those. So I'll get rid of that. And this time I'm going to glue it on. So I'm just going to do that first. As long as that reaches there and there, glue that in. Just attach that. Like that. And then we're going to attach these ends, and I'll trim it all off after. Like that. Do the same here. And then we glue this in. Leave a gap, because we're going to hang it, don't forget. So I've left a gap in the middle. And then what we do is we just shape this like that. For now, that's fine. And then we need to, well, I'm going to do some stitching. So I need to get my needle and thread. Now I could have done this before I put this together, but I didn't know how it was going to look and where I wanted the depth in it. Well, do you know what? I'll use that. It doesn't matter at all. And then that will then we just sit that in there like that, and then I can seal up the rest of this. Pull that tight, and that's fine. That can sit in there. That's fine. We're going to put a little bit of lace over it or something. Right, let's see if we can get this going. Just forcing it through the gluey bit. Okay, now I have to do these twice to hold them into place. And then we move on to the next one. Like that. See? And that holds it into place. That's really pretty. But we want a little bit of trim. So where's my big needle? There we go. That'll do. Yeah, that's nice, that. So I'm just going to shut that off. Now, I've got some berries here. Right. And all I'm going to do is take these off. Like that. I'm going to look for my leaves. Some, oh, they need to go in the bag. You see, I love them. I have got goldy ones, and I could use them because I'm using gold beads. I actually like these. These are mulberry ones. And you don't have to use the holly. So I'm just taking these off. And I probably need about 3. Like that. That's fine. Put them in there as well. Yeah, I like these. Now, where do I put it? Well, I'm going to do it here. Because less is more, as my granddaughter would say. Less is more, Nana. Like that. So these are posh. Posh. See? And then I take my little berries. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Isn't that pretty? And you don't need a lot. Now, what I could do is put a lace band here. It just needs a little bit more. Let me see. Oh, perfect. Just stunning. And we've got these in the shop. It's going on. I love it. It just needed something, and it just made, oh God, it's fantastic. Look at that. Yeah. And I love it with that there as well. Now, what I was going to do was this. Let me just... So I've just done a little loop with a bit of glue. And I need them roughly the same. I'm just putting a dab of glue on there. Another one. Like that. Just for added decoration, and there's a little bit of glitter, bit of glam. Now, cut them down halfway, the glue bits I'm on about, what's been glued. Right, and then take that bit of glue and where's my tweezers? Just do that. It's just a bit of glam. Like that. See? Just, it could have been a little bit smaller, not fussed. But then I also want to find my other trim. Now, you see, I could do you a kit. If you wanted a kit of this, I can do that. And any of them, we can do a kit of all of them. All of these that I'm doing, I can do a kit. But if you want one, ask me for them. I'll tell you right now, if you want to do, I'm going to be doing about 3 or 4 of them. If you want a full kit with all of them in, so you can make your own, one of each, and you'll have everything in it you need. Right, let me just say, if you want a kit made from these, you know, of this, then it's going to be £3.50. £3.50 for a kit. The big star's going to be £4. Most of them between £3.50 and £4 for a kit. And if you would like a kit of any one that you see me doing, put it in the comment section and I will shoot you off an invoice once I've got your details. Don't put your email address in the link or your PayPal details. Don't do it. Email me or tell me on this one and I will contact you. Right, hopefully we're back. Managed to get that into 2. Yeah, I think you're seeing it. Because I don't want the drum too big. So now what I'm going to do is to glue that onto the lid. And I'm just going to quickly... It's going to be covered as well. Yeah, it's going to be covered. So I just needed it the right size. Now that's fine for my drum. And I'm just going to take a couple of these. Fine, isn't it? So, crazy, I know. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the ribbon. like that. And I'm going to keep the wire on that side, so I need to take that one out. That's it. Oh, mailsman here. I'll have to go. This is what I want. So, what I'm going to do is to start and glue this on. I just have to make sure I've got it even all the way around. And it's attached to this. Yeah. Now we do sell this red velvet. It's in the shop. We do have it in. So if you want to just try and make something like this, and there's plenty in. Plenty of it in. But if you're only making a, you know, a Christmas decoration like this, fabulous. Yes, your dad's back. The dogs. So I'm just going to pull that back. I did get a little bit there. Don't want that. Like that. I'm going to pull that in. So I just run it round. And we're going to have some black trim in it, so don't worry. I'm not fussed about it at all. Right, we're just going to pull that down. Don't worry about this, we're going to put some braid on that. Now see what I've cut this. Okay. Sorry. So now what I'm going to do is just to trim it. I cut the wire out of it. Trim it down. Don't quite cut it to the edge, just towards it. And that way it won't split. Right, and then what we do is we just push that in. And I'm going to do a couple here. I'm going to miss a couple and do a couple here. Like that. So they all overlap each other if they need to. Right, so far, what have we got? So we've got that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edge mine in black. And I'm going to start on that seam. I'm going to do this one first. Just to there. Because this can be, it can look however you want it to look. That's not a problem. I don't think there's quite enough on there, but we're going to do it anyway. That'll be fine. And go back to finishing that off. I'm just going to put another glue stick in. And just catch that. Let's pull it back. Take that bit off and push that down. That's fine. Right. Around. Let's just see if this will seal off. Yeah, it does. See, I just wanted to do something like that. So. I'm just going to seal that off there. Like that. And then I'm going to cut that. And push that underneath, because we are going to put a base on it. And then do it like that. Now I don't want these bent bits on. So now I'm going to have to just bring that in like that. Oh, let's get that. That'll do. I'm just going to hold that back while I pop on a little bit of glue. Like I say, it will be held on with the black ribbon. Like that. I might undo that bit and just pull that out a little bit. Never mind. We're not fussing. We're not fussing at all. I don't want anything. Now let me just do this. See, there. Like that. Yeah. It just needs to hold until I put the black ribbon on. That's it. Perfect. And then just pull that to there. Cut. Stick that down. And just perfect for that there. So I just pop that on there. Great, that's fitted perfectly. Thrilled with that. Oh, that's great, isn't it? Never mind the, we can blow all them off. Right, now I can get rid of that and go back to doing what I was doing. So, I've now got this. I'm just going to start this again. Where's the back? I'm going to do this section first. So you're not going to see that. That was a pure accident. I need to pull that right back for now. Like that. Does that look nice? Nice and neat. There we go. We can get rid of all this after. Just a bit of tubing, bit of ribbon, and a bit of imagination. And you can really easily make your own Christmas decorations. You know, what more do you want? Have these on your own Christmas tree. And have people say, oh, where'd you get them from? Well, you can't buy them like I can make them. That's what you should be saying to them. I'm just going to pull that little tab back. There we go. Just pull that off. And then we're going to do the same again for the base. I'm just going to... It will come off with a heat gun. And I'm leaving it slightly over the edge, just slightly. Ever so slightly, because when I put the base on it, it'll just dip in. Or it should do. It might not work. I just cut this off because it's doing me head in knots. I think I'm in a mood. Oh, when things go wrong, I get right. I've no patience anymore like I used to have. I used to say, oh, no problem. Get on, no problem. Nowadays, everything irritates me. Right, I've got a brush here. Maybe that'll do. Oh, God, that won't be any good, will it? Just gone and done that. You Wally Fee. Brush it off with your finger. Wet your finger. That's it. Right. Hey, I got a drum. I always wanted to be a drummer. I've lost my knob. I mean, I've lost the thing off me drum. Where did it go? Oi, here it is. That's not allowed, mate. So they didn't glue these in, did they? Well, I'm going to keep both of these the same length but they are a little bit long. They are a little bit long. Right, I think we need about that, don't we? So I'm just going to cut this really quickly. Measure these two the same. And now we need a strap. Because they had the strap, didn't they? Oh, bugger it. And I might just put a little bit of decoration on mine. Because I know what I'm like for losing things or dropping things. Okie dokie smoky. And a bit, makes it a little bit more Christmassy, doesn't it? But if you, you know, if you haven't got a lid or you want to do the acetate, I would do the acetate, but colour paint the inside. But this is just using little bits, you know, just to be different. And I didn't have anything, did I? It was a little bit of a tubing, which I can do another one now. I have to find another lid to fit. But hey, so let's have a look. Now I need a strap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the black. I'm going to use this as a, because we've got to hang it, haven't we? And we're going to do one here. One here. Now hang on. Not sure if it should have been that one. Sorry, just going to take that off and pop a bling on. I think I put that in the wrong place. It should have been on this one. So we'll take this one off. And pop this one back. On there. Yeah. Because there's the back piece, so we want that half and half. Okay. Like that. And then to that, we're going to add the bling. And one more piece here. And one piece here. We just had enough of those. Well, I think I had a few more left, but now I could, if I wanted to, I could stain these or whatever, but I'm not going to, because I'm basically just giving you the idea of how to make one. And now I need a piece of chipboard to go in the middle of that. So it has to be that size. Right, so I've just got this bit. I'm going to have to make one, I think. Right, here we go. Large, where's my large scissors here? There. So where's my pen? Now I'm going to move it to the edge just to make it easier to cut, because it is chipboard after all. Okay, get my large scissors. I'm going to go on the inside, I think, because I've got to allow for the felt. Let me just see if I've done it enough. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's get on with this. Now what we need to do, pop the felt on there, pop the chipboard on there. Like that. I need to leave a gap all the way around. So I'm leaving about 1/2 inch. Okay, then the bits can go in the pot. And then all you do done it. And then we just cover this. Do opposite ends first because you're going to stretch it over and you're going to overlap most of it. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Like that. See, that's fine. And then we take hold of this and we pop that on there. Whoops. Fits perfect. Look at that. So now what I've got to do is, ooh, drop some glue in it. Just have to get this right on. Look at that. And there you go. My little drum. Out of the... Right, just make sure you can see this. I'm just moving that out of the way. Sorry, my battery ran out, so good job I had one charged up ready. Yeah, I don't know. I think this year we'll just do some Christmas tree ornaments. I mean, you might want to put 6 of these on your Christmas tree, you know, like do a mixture. Oh, why not? Mix these in with something else. I like that. And where's the other one? Here's the other one. And I'm going to glue mine on like that. So that's one. We'll do it like that, I think. And there's my little drum kit. I hope you like that. Right. Now, last night I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning figuring out how to do Christmas decorations, whether it's for a traditional Christmas tree, shabby chic Christmas tree, or whatever. And I came up with these, and I only just did them to see how they'd look. So these are just prototypes. But look, I did these little girls. Now this was the first one I did, just to see if it worked. And they look pretty good, and she just needs a hanger in there. And then I did this one to try a different, you know, style of dress with a little hat, like a flower hat. And then I did this one. Now this one's a bell, so it's on a bell. So I'm going to do a tutorial on those later on, not at the moment, but later. So for now, I'm just going to pop them to one side. But what I am going to do is, I wanted to do some Christmas, more Christmas decorations. So I've cut these shapes out. At the moment, we've got a boot, a star, a heart, another boot. That's the elf boot, that's the normal boot, a bell and that. So I'm just going to be doing the star one today, really simple, and some of them will be decorated really nice, others will just be simple, just simple ones to do. So hopefully, I'm going to use my pen, I think, just to mark this out and where I'm going to cut it. We're not going to do anything that's too hard, because some people have never done this, so we have to cater for everybody. And these are just little, this is a little bit big for a Christmas tree, but I'm doing it in a larger one because I'll just put it up for sale, and if you've got a humongous tree and you want to buy this, then you can. I'm basically just showing you how to make them. Now I've got two different colour pinks together, like that. Oh God, what am I doing? Silly old. Right. And then all I'm going to do is just to cut these out really quickly. Right, so we can use that as well, and that piece there. Now I've got my needles ready somewhere here. But do you know what? I think what I do is I'm going to use a cotton embroidery thread for this. Sorry. Right, sorry about that. That was my daughter. So we'd sent her. I've sent her some. What do you call them? Oh God. Oh, tomatoes. You know, from the garden. They were not quite ready, so I sent them down yesterday, and she got them today. That was bloody quick. Because I phoned her, I said, do you fancy some tomatoes out at garden? We've got quite a few. We've got hundreds. She went, oh yeah, I'll have some, ma'am. Because when she was here last time, she took mint back with her and all sorts. So yeah, she's just ringing to say she'd received a parcel. Of garden produce. Nice that we could do it, to be honest. Right, like I say, oh, look, I've cut that. Never mind. Chop that off. So I'm just going to get some thread. Use any colour you like. And we're going to stuff this one. I got some nice soft wadding. Oh. Come on, Fee, thread your needle. God. Right. There we go. Now I'm just going to turn that way because I want the stitching on the outside. I'm not bothered about that. So what I'm going to do is to start at the corner. And I'm just using an embroidery thread. And the reason why I'm starting at the top is when I finish, eventually, because I'll leave that gap open until I've stuffed it, is because this bit will be covered. Now, the stitch I'm going to do is, and I'm going to follow the dotted lines. If I remember rightly, you do that. I haven't done this stitch for a long time. Let me just see. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's it. Do nice big stitches. That's it. I'm going to turn this around. Might make it easier. Oh, that's it. See, like that. I might need to do stitches in between. You're just catching it through like that. And poke it back through. See, and you're getting that kind of stitch. Now in the centre. Like that. Keep this even as possible. I'm going to reduce the stitches. It's a little bit too big, that. So I'm going to continue going round. I'm going to go back over that bit, I think. But I'm going to continue going round. And I'm going to go all the way around till I get to here and stop. And then I'm going to pad it. I'll be back. Right, I've got this far. I've just left that gap there. I did take that back out. Because those stitches were too big. But they're more like it, the ones I want. Remember, I did bigger stitches. And I decided to do smaller ones. But I like the way it's two-tone like that. Now, what I'm going to do is fill it. And I've got some wadding here, and then I have my little prodder, my little prodder chopstick, and I'm just going to fill all the corners. Now I'm not going to, all the star bits, I'm not going to put tons in because there's no need. Do this one as well. Like that, and a little bit more for the body. We'll fill a bit more in as we go along. Now I'm just going to finish stitching this. Keep that one away. Right. Also need to do this as well. Right, I'll just finish this off. Sorry, I hope you're seeing this. I'm just... Right, I'm just going to try and get a bit of that down in that corner. Oops. Let me just get my tweezers. A little bit more shoved in that end. That'll do. We don't need to do too much. Keep stabbing my finger. If I do it this way, it's a little bit easier. And that's all we need to do. Just trim that. Join these two bits together. Like that. And I'm just going to thread my needle. And then all I do is I run that back. I've knotted it well through there, and then we can just pull it, cut it, and that'll go back into itself. I need to just, because it's only short, I used to do it that way. And pull that through. So do that, then pull it, and it's done. Okay. Oh, now we'll just have to use my needle just to push some of that in. That's fine. I'm happy with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. And so now let me just see what we're going to do. I'm going to put a button in here. Right, what I'm going to do now, so I might have to cut another one of these. Let me just, because I want to do something different instead of the norm. Which means I'm going to have to cut this down, but it doesn't matter because I can always, I'm going to do a template of it. If I do a template, then I'll always have that. Not quite big enough, mate. Yeah, I'll do a template of it. Do you know, a lot of people find it really hard to do a star. They just don't get it right. And that's what I don't myself. Sometimes it doesn't look right, so I have to get a print out and do it that way. So it doesn't matter. If you can't do it, don't feel embarrassed or anything about it. You can't feel embarrassed over crafts. You really can't. So all I'm going to do, just to make this, so I've always got it, I'm going to just draw it now. So I've always got that size, then I can cut mine down. Really, what you should have is a selection of templates of the same, you know, same item, like a big start, and then have several sizes done. It's a lot easier when you're actually scouting around for a different size. So I found all my templates the other day. Well, when I say all of them, quite a number of them that I haven't seen for a while. So I haven't gone through them yet, but I'm going to, because I had templates for all sorts. And we can, you know, I've got a beautiful, beautiful butterfly that you can use as a, you know, a hanger for a window or something like that. And I used to do it a lot. So I might as well just cut this now, and then that can go to my template kit pack. Don't waste any of those. All comes in handy for something else. And then what I can do is, this is the one I can cut down. And all I'm going to do by that is I need at least 1 centimetre from each point. So I'm just cutting it like that. So it's approximately 1 centimetre away from the edge. Oh. Like that. Ready for the next one. And I'll glue the next one on, I think. So what am I going to do? We're going to go with this white one, I think. Oh, don't tell me it's not going to fit. Oh, God. Just. Right, I need a marker. I don't know where the marker's gone. I can't find it. So I'm just using this. But I will cut inside the mark. That's it. I just cut to that point, and so on until I've done it. Let me just cut that off because I know it'll annoy me. And then there to there. Right, keep those bits, keep that bit, keep those. My bag's getting full. I'm going to have to start making flowers to use them up. Now, what I'm going to do is just take off the points. I don't want the point on. So that'll get rid of that bit. And I'm not fussed about that. See, like that. And then we're going to turn that over. Take my star. Okay, I have to fix this on like that. These are mainly what you do with your family. Have to be careful what I say. Right, so what I'm going to do now is, yeah, I'm just going to glue that on there. Turn this around. Oh, hang on, let's get this in. Glue that on there. And that one. Why is that not pushing it in? That's got to be in the middle at least. I haven't chosen a top yet. I'm just going to stitch this in. So, there we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some red, I think. Yeah. I have a bag full of embroidery threads. I used to do embroidery an awful lot. Now hopefully I can do this in one. I will start it off so you can see what I'm doing, then I'll turn the camera off because it just takes too long and my batteries are buggered, unfortunately. It's the amount of use they get. Right, so let's get this in place. And I'm just going to stitch that on, see, like that. And then just continue going round. Pulled it off now. I'm going to make some holly leaves out of this, I think. So I'm going to cut, maybe not as much as that, and I need 3. I don't always get these right. Like that. Let's do it now. Okay, and then we turn this around. And we're going to do the same here. Turn that around. And then we do that. And they're not perfect, probably a little bit long. But they'll do, we think. And I can shorten them anyway. Let me just see. Yeah, I'm just going to shorten them a little bit. Like that. That'll do. So I've got my holly leaf. Now what I've got to carefully do is find my, where's my lighter gone? And just seal these off. That'll do me. And I've just used a taffeta. It's gorgeous ribbon and we do have it in the shop. Ugh. So what I'm going to do is now, which end did I want to get rid of? I didn't like that one. So what I'm going to do now is to pop on the taffeta. There's something wrong with my glue gun. Hang on, let me shift that back. So I'm going to just go like that. And don't lay them flat. Ruche them up a little bit. You don't have to lay them flat at all. So I've ruched it up a little bit. And it doesn't have to be centerised either. People make big mistakes just putting everything just so, and it doesn't have to be like that. I've got mine slightly to one side. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3. I'm going to just put the berries on that I've nicked from somewhere else. Make sure I get them the right way. Like that. So we've got that. See? I'll push I've got a like a prong thing that I can do. Might be able to do it with this. Yeah, to push that wadding in there. Like that. That'll go off eventually. Do you remember these last year? I got these out as well. I made these last year. Do you remember? It's got a diamante missing, which I'll just put back on actually. There we go. Yeah, we made these last year, look. You can do all sorts with them. Now, I need to find where I've put the rest of my bits. Hang on. I need something for here. Oh, I'm going to put the button on, wasn't I? Here. I'm going to put the button. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So, and I'm going to use a red thread. So, all I'm going to do is put it through the back. So, you just put it there. Pop it on there and there. Like that. I'm going to stick my finger on that. Like that. Cut it. And take a bead, only because I can. And put... Now I'm just going to snip that a little bit more. It's a little bit too long. Like that. Take the bead. It should be a red one, but hey ho. I could have that way on the tree if I wanted to. So we've got the button like that. Now I just want to put something there. And let me just see what diamante centre I've got. Look at that. Red. I wonder if I can get... I could get that to sit, but I'm a pearl in the middle. I don't really have many things that's other colours. And I can't flatten that a little bit more, but that's fine. I sit it in that. And hold it up till it stops. It's metal, so it'll hold up well. And then take a pearl. And pop that in. Waste not, want not, use what you got. I mean, we could carry on doing little bits and pieces, but I'm not going to. I'm giving you the idea. I don't want those. It's the idea. Right, we're just on the last stretch. So what I've done is I know I stitched a star on it, but I've just put the snowdrop on, and I think I've got enough. 2 more. Looks okay. I'm going to put a couple more leaves on there, only because I don't... Where did I put my leaves? Where's my leaves bag? Because you don't have to have just those. I'm going to do that. And that'll hide that bit of grubbiness there. It's where the glue hasn't gone on properly. That's it, and it just gives it a little bit of texture. See, like that. Oh, I'm going to put another one on. Where did I just... Oh, there it is. Can't bloody find it. I need to take some more of these out of the shop. Well, I don't take, I buy. Crazy, I buy from my own shop. But, you know, I've got to keep everything above board. That's fine, I'm happy with that. Do you know what? I'm not. It's just sometimes, I always say, don't go overboard. I'm always telling people that. But there are occasions when I think, just try something else. So, 1, 2. They will. And they're going on. Oh, yes, definitely. Now that sheets it up a little bit. Why not? No, now that looks a little bit posher. Isn't that pretty? Yes. Get off that thread. Ugh. That's better. Now that looks a bit more cheeky, doesn't it? I hope that's helpful. Come back for the next one. But like I said, you can do that with a heart, the star, obviously. Let me just move that out of the way. The boot, the bell, the glove, and the jester slipper. Something like that. Right, I've got this burlap, and of course, you know, we've got to start and use this stuff we've got in. anybody wants this, it'll be in the shop later. I'm just going to cut a piece off. So I'm going to cover this one. No, I'm not. I wasn't going to do that, silly old. Take a paper cup. These are really, really easy projects. And we're going to be covering these. Yeah. So, let's just cut a piece off. I'm going to make sure that it's covered. Make sure. Just going to wait for the glue gun. Sorry, I should have done that first. Now the same goes with these. You know, we can cover these like that. Never waste that because that'll make a flower or a leaf. And we just have to make sure that they are covered. And then we cut round them. So we'll be doing that as well. And these are so easy, these craft projects. I'm just going to make sure that this, like I say, is covered. Like that. And I've got 2 of them. So you need 2 polystyrene cups, plastic cups, whatever it is you're using. And like I say, we just wait for the glue. Okay, let's just get this straight. That has to be straight for me. So I'm just going to cut this there. Doesn't matter about that seam at the back at all. I'll glue that in. We will be able to trim this off. I'm going to try and trim it a bit leveler than that, more level than that, should I say. That should do. I'll clear your rubbish as you go along. Right, what we need to do now is to trim that. Now we need to also put a hole in the top. And I need some other string, which is the one I was using earlier. A large, let me just use a pin. I might be able to do it using a pin. I'm going to fold it in half and half again. So I've used about 1 metre. Right. And I'm just going to see if I can pop that through there. Now, I'm going to do it this way, I think. Yeah, wait a minute. Can make that a little bit bigger. Where's my... Oh, this is going to melt it a little bit with the heat. Just thread that through. Let me get my... Just push it through. That's it. Now I've left it long enough because I've used 1 metre. I don't think it all went through though, did it? No. No, did it hell. That did. We just need them the same. And we're going to tie a knot in there. Now, I have to put the glue onto the knot and pull that back through like that, and that secured that. And then what we do is I'm just gluing that down and overlap them, so 1, 2, 3 like that. Just overlap them. When you're working with polystyrene, you do have to remember the heat will melt it, so it's better to work quickly with it. That's just how holding that down. Push that back in. Now all we need to do is we're going to cut the rim around there as well, leaving about 1 centimetre. And make a pair of these. This is what you need to do. So again, snipping them. Once again, we'll do the same there. Work around and tuck that in. Sometimes you have to hold it in with it, but like I say, being polystyrene, you need to make sure you've got enough glue to hold it down. Really quick and easy projects and fun. Like that. Okay, and we've more or less made like a bell, which is what I intended to do. So just get rid of those bits. Don't get rid of that, it can make a leaf. Even that can make a leaf. Like I say, I waste nothing. So I need to do 2 of those. So, oh, I didn't do the middle bit, but that's not a problem. I can still do it there. So I'm going to pinprick that in the middle. I'm going to open that up a bit more using the hot glue nib. Take the string, make sure you've got enough to double. like that. You're not going to see it, doesn't matter. So we'll do this one as well, just in case we have the same accident with that. So just leave those two to dry. And then what I'm going to do while I'm at it, I'm also going to use my scraps to cover the egg. Let me just see which bit I need. No, I'm not going to use this. Yes, I will. Will I? Hang on, we'll use that bit first. Okay. Pop that on top. Like that. And you'll see what I'm doing. Take that off, get rid of the rubbish. Don't want any of that yet. Now we're just going to cover the top with this. So basically I'm going to go from the top over like that and around the edge like that, and then reverse that. And you've got to just, because it's fabric, you have to ease it on. Like that. I needed to move that a little bit actually. Let's just try and move that. There. That's better. Just move it about where you want it. You need an edge, a little edge like that. And then what I'm going to do is trim that. Okay. And we've got to do the same thing. We're going to snip it around the edge. Again, cover that over. Just to tidy that up so you can't see the base. And then hopefully, if my lighter's working, I think the other one is. Well, of course it's not. We'll do that afterwards. Just singe that round. Or put some clear glue round it. But there you go. So we've got that far. Now, now what I've got to do is to make two little ears. And I want... Whoops, the daisy. Where's my other wire? Let me just get another wire. So, what I'm going to do is cut this. Just cut it in a horseshoe. like that. I'm going to hold on to that bit. Now I'm going to pull them in like that, and pull that in as well, like that. Pop them onto here. Like that. Do you know what? I don't think I'm going to need to. I'm going to just fold that over like that. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Fold that over like that. And basically you just have to, because that's glued in now, it should be okay. And you just have to follow around like that. So you've got that. I'll do the same again with this one. That's not quite like that. Make sure they're roughly the same size. It's just my Inca Gold. And of course, it's not working that well, but it should do what I need. That's it. It needs to be a little bit wetter than what it is, but it'll do. It's done what I wanted it to do. For now. Now, what we have to do is we slice. I'm going to put, yeah. Let's just see if we can get these done. Like that. Bend them forward a little bit. Let's move them about. Come on, mate, you can go there. And I take my little pins. That's it. He looks cute. These are little black pins. And they're great for eyes and things like that. Now, because it's going to be an ornament, I can just sit that in there. Like that. Hopefully we can get these to go in. Yeah. A little bit big, but never mind. They'll be fine. Let me just see if I can get that one in. Yeah, that's it. Like that. and he has to have a little tiny pink nose. Well, he can have a little tiny pink nose. We've got a little, some small pink beads right on the end. We're going to give him a little nose. There you go. Last thing to do is his tail, and for that I'm going to need, this has got something to do with these things, so don't worry, it is all part and parcel of it. So I've got this, which is quite firm wire. Do it that way, feet right-handed, mate. Right. So we're just going to do this with his tail. We'll just do that. That's, make sure that it stays on. A little bit more. They have nice long tails, don't they? Like that. And this is where it gets awkward, because you have to snip this. There we go. And what I'm going to do is, just to strengthen this one, is to run this back a little bit, because it's a little bit thicker near the back side, isn't it, compared to the rest. And I want to make sure that we've got that right. There we go. And you're thinking, poor tail, it's straight for now. Okay. But we're going to bend that and bend that back. Let me get these and bend it back again, like that. And then what you do is, I probably could use this just to stick his tail in there. Like that. There you go, look. And we've made a little mouse. Aren't they cute? Just cute. Cute as anything. There you go. That's just bits of wire. So, I've got my mouse. Now all I've got to do is to decorate one of these. So on the top, right, we'll keep that long. On the top I'm going to put some of these decorations on. so much nicer when you spend a little bit of time. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Well, I've got the seam at the front. Now, so we'll have to remedy that. And let's, I don't know, shall we put that at the front? No, too much. Too much. Well, I suppose we could just have one of them. Oh yes, just that there. Don't need any more than that to hide that seam. I don't know why I did that at the front, but hey ho, never mind, we can correct that now. And that all matches. It's quite pretty, isn't it? But what we've got to do, and I'm going to do it, is this. We need to, I need the white paint as well. Oh, I've got the white paint there. Right, so let me just clear some of this. That one's done. I'm going to finish this one first before I do the next bit. Now, do I have any more bells? I think I did. I don't know where it is. But then they don't all have to have one. Now, the reason why I did the mouse was, and he probably could have done with being a little bit smaller, but I like him as is, is because he's going to be walking like that on the side of one, or resting. Now I'm going to have him on this one, and he's going to go like that, because it's just something different. And what did I have in there? Oh, some of those purple flowers. Wonder what that nice bright colour was. So we're going to not have that one. I don't like that one. I'm going to do the same here. Get some of that colour in there. Oh, I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Just do. It's good. It's I love them. Look. Now what we've got to do, which I've got to clear all of this. I might put those in there actually. Let's just have a look. Yes, I think I will. I think I'm going to put these in the front. He's going up for the berries. Of course he is. Yeah, love that. Look. So now we've got the pear, but we've got to put the other bits inside, which are these. Let me just move all of that, and I can clean up later. I'll just clean it all up. Oh, there's a berry there that can go in that. There. That'll do, not fussed. So what I've got to do now is to make sure that these are all on string. Now I do have some string ready, and all you do is you've got the stalk, you get a little bit of glue, move it out of the way, and you wrap around the stalk. Just twist it round. There's one. And just leave that to dry. Now let's see. Hey! And you've got little like bells